Welcome to Sanitation for the summer. So I wanted to just give you a quick overview. So I'm Michelle Riley. I'll be your professor for our quick Surf Safe course. I wanted to give you this overview. I know I'll see you guys all in person next week, but I just wanted to go over a few things with you. That way you can get started working on some of the material since it's such a short class and I don't want you have to do all of the assignments in the 1 week between our two classes where we meet. So just give you some time to go ahead and do those. So where I'm at right now is, I'm going to go into what you see, is the Canvas course for this one. And so you can see all of my PowerPoints on here that we'll use. So you can go ahead and look at those if you would like. The one thing I really want you to look at on here is the syllabus. And so if you click in the syllabus, it'll pull it up. I've already got it pulled up for you. And so we'll go over this in more detail when you guys are in class next week. But I just wanted to remind everyone that this class does meet in person on Mondays, both 6/10, so next Monday, and then 6/17. So we will meet twice. And on the 17th, we'll lecture, we'll review, and then in the afternoon, about 2 p.m., we will start the ServSafe exam. And so you will have 2 full days. We'll go over all the ServSafe material, review together, study for the exam, and then actually take the exam on the 17th. So it's pretty quick. I think this is actually a great way to learn ServSafe, and this is how they do it in industry a lot. But it is really quick, so I want you to be able to get started studying for the exam. The textbook you'll need is ServSafe, the 7th edition, and you will need the electronic voucher to take the exam. If you buy it at the bookstore, it comes with it. Some people have like another version of the book that they already have, or they got one cheaper somewhere else or whatever. And if that's the case, you will still have to buy a voucher to take the exam. They're $36. Some people, it still works out better to do it that way. And I'm happy to show you all how to do that in person next week. So you can actually just do it online. So if you already have the book, but need the voucher and don't want to have to buy the whole thing and get it from the bookstore, that's totally reasonable, and I can definitely show you how to do that when we're in class on the 10th. So feel free to go ahead and look at the syllabus. The other thing I really want to show you guys is My Lab. And so if you go here, My Lab and Master, and you can open My Lab. Now I'm already logged in. When it asks you to get into My Lab, it's going to ask you for an access code. If you've already bought the book from the bookstore and you want to go ahead and throw that in, great. You can go ahead and start that. It also, at the bottom of that page where it asks you for that, really small print, it says you can get a 2-week free trial. And so you can also go ahead and do that. So I would encourage everyone, even if you don't have that access code, to go ahead and get in there and start working on all of the assignments that you can do. So I'm already in, so when I click here, it's going to look a little bit different for you. It's the instructor home on that, but it will give you a couple of other steps to ask you to put that access code in again. But just look at the bottom if you don't have one yet, and just click on that 2-week free trial. That way you can go ahead and get in here and start working. When you get to your page, it'll look a little bit different than mine, but what you will see is, let's view student home, see what it looks like. There we go. You will see these assignments, and there's a learning module and a test for each chapter. I do not require you to do the learning modules. They are there for if you want. They have a due date and they're assigned because that's how I get them to show to you, but you don't have to do those. What you do have to do are the quick chapter tests for each chapter. We'll go over this, so if you have issues, we'll go over how to do one in class next week, but I think it's best if you just go ahead and start them. If you are interested in starting to study a little bit earlier, it may be helpful. So you can start the test. Again, they don't take a lot of time. This one has 16 questions. They all have a different number of questions, but they're quick. And so it'll kind of give you information of what you want to do. You can do these as many times as you want. So if you want to, go through them now and then go do it again after we go over the material in class, awesome. Don't not take it now just because you're worried that you can't retake it again and buy your grade. You can take these as many times as you want. So again, this is what, if you're wanting to go ahead and get a jump on studying, there is a lot of information. I would recommend it. I'd go ahead and go into that My Lab and start looking at the learning modules or chapter tests. That way you can kind of feel confident about the material coming into class. So again, you can see my lab here in Canvas. I'll go over all of this more when I see you guys next week. We will be starting right at 8 a.m. So we will be in HCA, the Culinary Academy building in room 115. So I am excited to see everyone on Monday. Feel free to shoot me an email through Canvas if you have any questions in the meantime. Thanks, guys.